Well, this is very unfortunate for the Cowboys. I can't say I told you so, but I told a lot of Cowboys fans on Twitter this week that I wouldn't be so sure that they get past this round. And what do you know? The Cowboys lose to the Packers. Reactions coming after this. So again, I apologize for my lighting. I'm about to go and eat dinner. I am just doing a quick reaction video. This is not going to be a big reaction video. I didn't even take notes during this game, so I'm going to have to go back and watch it later on this week. I'll be breaking down all the games, but I just wanted to quickly come on here and react to the Cowboys losing to the Packers 48 to 32. Absolutely just I just wanted to say I just want to say that I'm a little shocked in a way because I was a little bit afraid that the Cowboys would win. I thought, the Cowboys aren't making the Super Bowl, but I thought they have enough talent to get past the Packers in this game. They have enough, the Packers defense is terrible. The Packers defense is not going to be the one to expose Dak Prescott. And I was kind of wrong there. I was kind of wrong. Now, Dak Prescott, you look at his stat line, you're saying 41 for 60. That's not bad, 403 yards. But to be fair, in that game, in early in this game, they fell behind early and they ended up having to play catch up the whole game. So the reason why you see 41 for 60 is a lot of times the Packers were just playing off coverage and letting the Cowboys complete a bunch of short throws because the Cowboys, in the Packers' mind, needed to complete a bunch of short throws and make their drives long standing. And so they wouldn't score very quickly. And so the Packers would keep that lead that they had. So it was smart on the Packers' part when they got that lead. But so you see 41 for 60, that's not bad. 403 yards, that's not bad. But then you kind of two interceptions. One of them was a pick six. And you're starting to realize, oh, well, Dak Prescott did not do good in this game. And so the other thing that kind of I noticed was I don't think they established the run early on, the Packers, enough. I mean, still not the Packers, the Cowboys, enough. I don't think they did. And all that hype surrounding Dak Prescott coming into this game, maybe he's changed. Should the Cowboys give him another contract? That is over. That is over. I had a topic here. What is next for McCarthy, Mike McCarthy, and Dak Prescott after this game? Dak Prescott was looking for an extension. I would think Dak Prescott doesn't get that, most definitely, after this game. I would think that Mike McCarthy is fired because how can you explain losing, I believe it is 4 straight years in the playoffs? And I mean, this year you didn't have the best roster, I would think, in the NFL, but you still had a better roster than the Packers. Packers come in to Dallas, Now, don't forget, the Dallas Cowboys were undefeated at home this season. The Packers come into Dallas with a third year, I believe it is, fourth year quarterback in Jordan Love. But this was his first playoff start, and he plays really well in this game, really well. He is a top 10 quarterback, 16 for 21, 272 yards, 3 TDs for Jordan Love, but he doesn't throw an interception. He doesn't turn the ball over. And the important thing that the Packers, I believe, established early in this game and the Cowboys did not establish is they ran the ball early. They controlled the clock early. And especially early in this game, Cowboys were committing a lot of penalties on that first. I believe it was the first Packers drive. There was like 2-3 penalties that moved the Packers across the field from the Cowboys. So once again in the playoffs for about the third or fourth year in a row, we see the undisciplined nature of the Cowboys defense and offense. And we see Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy crumble in the biggest moments. And it's been a theme, and so now it's finally going to it's making itself apparent, more and more apparent to Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, that they need to move on from Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott as well. Um, I mean, let's talk about replacements before I get out of here. Replacements for McCarthy, I mean, there's a ton. Jim Harbaugh, you've got Bill Belichick, you've got I'm trying to think of anyone else. Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, he's kind of in a hot commodity right now. So those are kind of three top candidates. I would have to look up more as it goes on, as the week goes on. But what's next for McCarthy and Dak? They're probably both out. And I don't know how you can explain this loss anymore. I really don't. It's incredible. But I'll come out with a reaction video, guys, or a live sometime later this week to kind of react some of the other games as well. And so stay tuned for that. But yes, the Cowboys get a loss to the Packers 48-32. At one point it was like 40 to I believe it was like 14 or something like that. So 40 I could look at the picture again. Um I saw this picture on Twitter about what score it was at one point in the Cowboys game. And I mean, the memes in this game, let me just talk about the memes real quick. The memes from this game are going to be off the hook. 40-16 at one point it was. Yeah. The memes from this game are going to be absolutely legendary though. So, and I just want to say, before I get out of here, all those Cowboys fans, I mean, shout out to Scooter Magruder. He's a huge Cowboys YouTube content creator. I love him. But all those Cowboys fans saying that they're going to go to the Super Bowl and me saying, hey, you guys have beaten a few good teams, but they beat the Seahawks barely. They beat the Eagles, who are in a slide. They beat, I'm trying to think who else. They beat the No, they lost to the Dolphins. Forgot about that. They lost to the Bills. Forgot about that. So I just I don't I don't understand why so many Cowboys fans were saying we are going to make the Super Bowl. We're going to make a huge run this year. And it's hilarious. Now, shout out to some of the Cowboys fans that I know because some of them are great people, but the fact that a lot of people was the fact that Dak Prescott got first team all pro over Brock Purdy was amazing to me. And the fact that a lot of Cowboys fans were saying that they're going to make a run this year was delusional as always. Even though I love a lot of Cowboys fans, they're great, but just Dak Prescott, not elite, not better than Brock Purdy. And everyone wants to bring up the Brock Purdy versus Ravens game. But Dak Prescott has had those type of games this year as well, where he's thrown multiple interceptions. So I'm kind of going on a rabbit trail, a whole rant here. This is getting away from the topic, but the Packers will play the 49ers next week. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be in San Fran. And I cannot wait for the 49ers to most likely win that game. I just can't wait. It's going to be exciting. And now the Cowboys have a huge offseason of decisions in front of them. But luckily, now that they lost in the first round, they do get a better draft pick. So that's definitely going to play a part in it. Anyways, guys, this went a little bit long, but we will see you guys later. Go Niners. And man, I am on cloud nine right now because the Cowboys lost and I cannot stand them. So go Niners. Have a fun weekend, everyone.